Now that college basketball is over and done with, at least at this level, we can start looking at all of the NBA prospects, and we are going to go over almost every single player in the draft. So comment down below which player you want me to go over next, but today we are starting off with Isaiah Jackson out of Kentucky, who recently released his intent to go to the NBA draft, and mock drafts have him going in the lottery of the 11 overall pick to the Toronto Raptors. And I really do love being positive on this channel and talk about what hot players are good at. However, I really do need to say how I feel, and to me, this would be a huge mistake, and he is not worth a lottery pick. I want to get into his game, but very quickly going over to who he is from my home state of Michigan, and he had an insane high school career where he averaged just under 20 points, 13 rebounds, 8 blocks, 3 assists, and 2 steals, which is just insane. And he finished his freshman year at Kentucky averaging 8.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 blocks, and shot 54% from the field. These numbers look really, really good, actually incredible. But there are just a lot of things about his game that really concern me and screams not a lottery pick. And to me, it's just because he is everything today that the NBA just is not. Let's look at the best centers in today's NBA. We have Jokic, Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, DeAndre Ayton, Bam Adebayo, Vucevic, and Kristaps Porzingis. Looking at trends on this list, we can see that none of them are slender in frame. Maybe besides Porzingis, but that is because he is 7'3" and can shoot 30-foot bombs. But he also bulked up a lot in the offseason to not get bullied around in the paint as much as he used to. And with the exception of Rudy Gobert and DeAndre Ayton, they can all stretch out the floor and shoot the 3-ball, some at a very high level and some at a very elite level. But DeAndre Ayton and Rudy Gobert are 3 to 4 inches taller than Isaiah Jackson, a lot bigger, and have impeccable footwork in the paint. Everything that Isaiah Jackson is good at is kind of irrelevant in today's game. So let's go over his strengths first. First of all, he is very athletic. This helps him grab a lot of rebounds, finish lobs, finish dunks and layups above his defender, but his best trait overall is his rim protecting abilities. With a 7'5" wingspan and all his athleticism, and he has great timing on his jumps, and he can block almost any kind of shot. Off the ball, the player he's defending that's driving the ball, even jump shooters all the way out to the 3-point line. But to me, this isn't a lottery pick, and this is why. We're going to go over his weaknesses. First of all, he can't really shoot the ball. We've seen him make a couple of mid-range shots from 10 to 15 feet out, but these are few and far between. He only shot 2 3-pointers his entire freshman season and missed both of them. As we've seen from the best centers list, shooting is very important in today's NBA. Even shooting 30 to 35% from 3 for most centers will work for the teams. They need to respect the shooting, or else the defense can get a lot more compact and it really shuts down driving lanes, and the defending center can play way under the screens and cheat. But you can overcome not being able to shoot in 3 different ways, but Isaiah Jackson doesn't have any of them. The first way you can overcome it is by having extreme height. And although 6'10" is a giant in every aspect of life, for a center in the NBA, this is pretty average. The next way to overcome not being able to shoot is just being super muscular and a dominant force. We see this in Dwight Howard, DeAndre Ayton, and throwing it back to Shaq. Or the next way is great footwork around the rim, which someone like his fellow classmate Luka Garza out of Iowa has. Amazing footwork without athleticism. We also see Jokic, who is definitely not the most athletic person on the floor, but rarely gets his shot blocked and is a high-level center even without having the athleticism. Unfortunately, though, Isaiah Jackson is only 6'10" with a slender 205-pound frame. He can't shoot the ball, and this leads me into his next critique. He really doesn't have any sort of solid offensive game outside of catching lobs. Sure, he can get to the basket, but he really doesn't use any sort of combination of moves to do so. It's either a jab and full speed ahead to the rim, or a 2 to 3 foot step parallel to the rim and flip it up with a hook shot, which was pretty inconsistent this year. The inability to have a low post game or any sort of shooting range just screams out way too raw of a prospect without having elite height or elite size. But does he have a place in the NBA? Absolutely, but I just don't see him being a lottery choice for the Raptors or the Thunder, who have both showed a lot of interest in him in the lottery. He reminds me of a skinnier Clint Capella. Capella is a very limited offensive player, but he's great for grabbing rebounds, finishing lobs, but Isaiah Jackson needs to at least get to the size of Capella, who has 40 pounds on him. So even if Isaiah Jackson gains the weight but doesn't develop develop his shooting or post play, then Clint Capella is his ceiling, which I'm not saying Clint Capella is a bad player, but he is expendable. Athleticism in the NBA is great, but everyone has it. You really have to do things to differentiate yourself, and in the lottery, you really want a player that is NBA ready right now, or someone who has a crazy high ceiling. I would take him in a late first or early to mid to second round selection, but definitely not in the lottery. But let me know what you guys think. And also, I wanted to apologize for being gone for what feels like eternity. I haven't missed more than a day, maybe two, in like 4 or 5 months, but I was gone for almost a week. I was in Hawaii on vacation, and this is just a great thing for me to see because I was in a beautiful place on a resort, but I was just itching to get back to do videos for you guys, which makes really good sign for me. I am back on the grind. I promise you guys this isn't one of those, oh, he's back, he took a break. No. I was dying to make videos for you guys, so I'm really glad to get back. Let me know what you guys think about Isaiah Jackson. Do you really think he has potential? Do you think he should be a lottery pick? I just don't see it. I think there are way too many people that are more NBA ready right now, or just have higher potential and aren't as good as he is right now, but just have a higher potential, whether it's size, weight, skill, offensive game, shooting the ball. But let me know what you guys think, and we're gonna be doing a lot of these prospects, so comment down below which player you want me to do next. It was so good to be back in front of the mic, so let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace!